I need you to stop. Just stop completely. I realize that flies in the face of everything you've heard since you were small, but I spent my first 5 decades trying to beat the system. I tried to work my way toward joy. I ran after it. I fought it. I got on my knees for it, and it nearly buried me alive. I'm 85 now. And the very second I finally laid down my arms, the moment I chose to become a complete, utter flop by society's standards, was the exact moment my life truly began. You're hauling a giant rock on your shoulders and you've gone numb to its weight. Sit down for a minute. I'll show you how to set it down. So look at me. I live in a rusted-out 1974 Airstream trailer out in the dust. I don't own an inch of land. I have 0 stocks. I rotate the same 3 flannel shirts until the elbows give out, but I wasn't always invisible. Back in 1961, I was sitting in a lecture hall at Yale Law School. I was the golden boy. I had the tailored suits, the perfect haircut, the whole damn blueprint laid out in front of me. I was supposed to rule the world, and I remember staring at the professors and the alumni who came back to speak. Those men had millions, they had influence, and their eyes were hollow. Right then I understood the summit was a lie. The top of the mountain was just a cemetery of worn-out men pretending they weren't gasping for air. So I left. I walked away from the degree. I walked away from the machine. I became a nobody. And I'm telling you, sitting here in this metal tube with nothing to my name, I am infinitely more at peace than the billionaires who are currently buying your attention. You see, society is a transaction, and you simply cannot build a massive trillion-dollar economy out of satisfied people. If you wake up, stare at the ceiling and say, "You know what? I'm fine. I have plenty," you become completely useless to the machinery. So they have to invent a sickness. And that sickness is the feeling that you're always falling behind. They tell you happiness is a finish line, a place you arrive at, but only after you purchase their roadmap. I remember tending bar in Key West in the late 70s. I served these Wall Street hotshots who'd fly down for the weekend. They had the gold Rolexes, the sports cars. They'd caught the rabbit right. They won the race. But when I poured their drinks, I'd look into their eyes. They were petrified, genuinely terrified. Because they'd bought the car and the beach house, and the hole in their chest was still there. It didn't work. So what did they do? They doubled down. Maybe a bigger house, a bigger boat. It's a sickness. A hamster wheel wrapped in velvet. They want you to feel ashamed when you fail their little optimization test. They want you to believe that quitting makes you a loser. Listen carefully. Quitting their game isn't weakness. It's the ultimate act of defiance. When you decide to be perfectly content sitting on a porch with a mug of cheap coffee, you become bulletproof. You can't sell fear to a person who wants nothing. You can't manipulate someone who is already at peace. Your contentment is a weapon. My generation tried to buy our way out with money. That was our mistake. We were fools. But what they're doing to you young folks today is so much darker. It's deeply, deeply cruel. Because now they don't just sell you products. They sell you optimization. I hear these kids in town. They've got rings tracking their sleep. Apps telling them when to drink water. They schedule their meditation blocks. They're trying to hack their own humanity. If I just wake up at 4:30 a.m., sit in ice water and drink my green sludge, then my brain chemistry will be perfect and I'll finally be happy. You're turning yourselves into machines. You're trying to cure a spiritual emptiness with an algorithm. You're climbing a mountain, and every time you see an influencer or read a self-help book or set a new goal, you add another brick to your backpack. I need a 6-figure salary, brick. I need the perfect morning routine, brick. I need to find my ultimate purpose, brick. You're exhausted because your backpack weighs 400 pounds, and the greatest secret I can give you is this: you can simply take the backpack off. You don't have to carry any of it. The moment you empty the bag, the mountain becomes easy to climb. When you turn happiness into a project, you invite the possibility of failure. So now you're not just sad, you feel guilty for being sad. You feel like a failure because your $50 ice bath didn't cure your existential dread. And the cruelest part, the sickest joke, you carry a little growing rectangle in your pocket that shows you the highlight reels of 8 billion other people. Every time you look at that screen, you see someone younger, richer, and seemingly happier than you. They are lying. I've been on this earth 85 years. I've talked to thousands, runaways, drifters, CEOs, politicians. And I'll tell you a universal truth right now. The people who have to show you how happy they are the most agonizingly miserable souls on this planet. They are performing. It's a play, and you're sitting in the audience hating your own real, authentic life because it doesn't look like their fake one. Let me give you some perspective from the far end of the road. In 100 years, every single person judging you right now will be dead. The people you're trying to impress on the internet, dead. The boss you're terrified of, gone. All this stress, you're agonizing over a stage play in a theater that's getting demolished tomorrow. None of it matters, and I don't say that to depress you. I say it to set you free. If none of it matters, you're allowed to just enjoy your Tuesday. Boredom, sadness, frustration, those aren't glitches in the system. That is the system. You don't need to fix it. You just need to stop listening to the salesman. I didn't give up on life. I gave up the chase. I said to the universe, I am not going to try to be happy today. I am just going to be here. If I was sad, I was just sad. I didn't try to fix it. If I was tired, I was just tired. I stopped fighting the current. I dropped the empty backpack. And the strangest damn thing happened. When you stop demanding that life make you happy, life becomes incredibly beautiful. When you remove the pressure of the pursuit, the space fills up with peace. You want to know the secret to happiness? Quit. Resign from the game. Stop trying to optimize yourself. Throw the sleep tracker in the trash. Stop reading books written by 25-year-olds who haven't lived long enough to know what real loss even smells like. Give yourself permission to just be a flawed, tired, messy human being. Tomorrow morning, I want you to wake up. I don't want you to meditate. I don't want you to journal. I want you to go outside, look at a damn tree and say, I have absolutely nothing to achieve today. Stop trying to be happy, my friend. Just be here. It's more than enough.